how very exciting. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Shadows Over Loathing. I initially thought that was my mouse, but it's not. What options do we have? We have options to put the music down a little bit, which is good, because it seems a tad loud. We're not going to get a demonstration of the sound? Oh, I wanted to hear what the... Well, that might be the sound of a weapon. Sounds less like a gun and more like a horse standing in a slightly muddy stream. But anyway. Oh, no, those are the effects. These are the combat sounds here. Never mind. Right. Anyway, so yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to... Actually, I was going to call it the much-anticipated sequel to West of Loathing, but I'm actually not going to describe it that way because I didn't anticipate it, because I had no idea it was in development and I had no idea it existed until about 3 days before it was released when a friend of mine told me about it, and then I thought, ooh, I must play that at some point, and then when The Evil Within finished, I thought it was about time to play it. So anyway, let's stop with the dalliances and get on with the game. We haven't even begun on I already love you. Waz from the Wazd Moving Company. It's how you move. Oh, this is me. This is me, myself, and I, am I? Can I do anything? Can I click on things? Can I click on stuff? I can click places to go places. This probably would be useful information if only you could see it. Well, yes, thankfully this character is possessed by a crazy person like me who can see and read for him. It smells like a diner, and it smells like they're open. Hopefully they don't have a no shirt, no shoes, magazine stuck to your face, no service sign posted. So yes, I really need to get this thing off my face, and I need to get it off absolutely immediately, not get it off like that. Right then, let us engage in communications with gentlemen. You probably shouldn't bother anybody until you get this magazine off your face. You make a legitimate point, but still, can I sit down, at least? Can I, like, park my weary, magazine-covered bum? Presumably not. I'm not talking to you until you wipe that look off your face. Rock lock. The copy of Look magazine that's stuck... Oh, funny. Look, funny. So, hopefully this will go a little better than West of Loathing did, for no other reason than the fact that I have made a very specific point of not finding out anything about this game whatsoever before playing it. To the best of my knowledge, as was portrayed by the Charhills going around, it seems to be set in a kind of faux 1920s America, like the era of Prohibition, and we've got gangsters, and apparently there's lots of confusing slang. But other than that, I know absolutely nothing about it, which is excellent, because that should make it a lot more fresh than West of Loathing was, meaning I should laugh at it properly instead of half-heartedly like I did the first time. Right then, she points over to her right, as far as you know. Thank you. That way, towards the cakes. Excellent. Smells like pie. It will. Well, there's nothing here that's going to get my That's gonna. There's nothing over here that's gonna get me off, so we're just kind of try and move on swiftly. You can feel a little sign here, but you can't see what it says, presumably because you're not fluent in Braille. Probably instructions for what to do in case of magazine-related emergencies. Maybe they should print those on the inside of the magazines, given that's what you're going to be able to see. But never mind. What does this sign say? The Nightingale welcomes all travellers with much pie and much coffee. You'll like it eventually. Here's some music. There's some kind of big glass and metal box here, but you still can't see what it is. It's the bathroom. Probably never can wash it off my face. You blunder into the bathroom and eventually find the sink. After fumbling with the faucet for a while, you manage to disentangle yourself from the magazine. Right. Was it stuck to my face with some kind of jam and I needed to wash it off? You stare into the mirror, revealing... My face! Oh goodness, I can be a person with some percentage of beard. I can be a person with a moustache the size of a motorcycle handlebars. I suppose I should pick the one that looks most like me, which is a little difficult because none of them really do. I mean, this one has probably the closest hair, I think, but then this one has the closest facial hair. If I could sort of stick these two people together in a kind of conjoined twin way, perhaps we'd go with that. But I feel, given the sense of situation that we're in, by which I mean the era, we should go with this one, because this one has hair on his face, and has problems with his eyes. So That sounds vaguely like me, so let's go with this one. There you are. Leave the bathroom. Much more better. Excellent. Now, what can we hear? Oh, they've got one of those newfangled meat-operated multi-selected phone... Oh, we're still using meat, aren't we? Of course we are. Or jukeboxes, as the kids call them. Neat. There is something in the coin return. Oh, you gained a meat. Meatalicious. A couple of older folks are having an animated discussion. Is that a joke about the cartoony graphics? Well, one of them is. Let us listen in. The way these young women act these days with their short hair and their sassy talk and their dresses that don't even cover their ankles. It's scandalous. And those dancers too, flailing around like I don't know what. I'd have thought Prohibition would have put the caboose on that sort of tomfoolery, but no, sir. Can't imagine dancing a waltz to the music they're playing nowadays, and that's the problem right there. This newfangled jazz music with its drums and its clarinets and so forth. What kind of word is that anyway? Jazz. I think our cups got switched. You're supposed to be drinking decaf. Oh dear. Right then. Dear oh dear oh dear. So we're going to have like the young folks who are into this and then the older folks who really aren't. Hey Mac, what town is this? Is this me? Oh yes it is. It is me because they're down that side, I'm down this side. Right then. Poughkeepsie. Presumably. Possibly. Probably not. Are you two travelling? Yeah, Ocean City's turning into a real sawmill, so we boosted a jelly beans pizza for a weekend world of a hot potato. Oh, bourgeois. They weren't getting our slang. You make it sound like we went south with it. I flew him a kite. Everything's Jake. Jeez, I'm pretty sure I'm only 3 or 4 years older than you two. I don't look it. I barely understand what you're saying. What are ya? Cancel stamp? Go get some pepper in your shoes. Okay, I'll try doing that. Good thing we're in a diner, we can probably find some pepper here somewhere. What does this interestingly eyebrowed gentleman have to say for himself? This man is concentrating very hard on his coffee. It does require a great degree of concentration. Hey there, something particularly interesting about that coffee. It's my first one. Of the day? No, it's my first coffee ever. Oh, what do you think of it? I think it is a bad beverage. It is bitter, and it makes my stomach hurt. Well, it's not for everyone, I suppose. Yes, I think I'll have another one after this, though, and maybe every morning after that for the rest of my life. Well, that's how it goes. Dear. I used to be an avid coffee drinker, like 6 cups a day, but, oh! It's almost, never mind. I mean, it is spelt wrong, but other than that, you know. I can't remember what I called my character in the last one. I was something to do with a joke about a stick figure, I think. It was like McStick or something, I can't remember. It was so long ago. Yeah, I used to be an avid coffee drinker. But let's just go with the old informalities since we are in this decade of decadence. I don't know. I feel like we should come up with what's a very jazzy name? Quickly think of it. What's the most? Actually, let's just grab a name off a shelf as randomly as I can find. Here we are. This is I don't even know how you pronounce it. Is this Gilzeppie? Gilzeppie, because we're in the place of pie. We're in the world of pie, and not the mathematical one. Ahem. Yes, I don't know how to pronounce it, but we'll say it anyway. Pleased to meet you. What can I get you? A cup of coffee, naturally. Does the bus to Ocean City pick up from here? Let's start with the coffee, because goodness knows I need to relax after how exciting this has been. You sure can. Best cup of coffee in the States, if I may say so myself. That'll be a meat, please. So you have to trade your dinner for a drink? That doesn't sound like a great deal. Great. To go, please. Yes, I go straight back into the sink after I decide I don't like it. A fresh black Java. A diner coffee. Anything else? About the bus. Does it go to Ocean City? Sure does. Should be here any minute. And good thing too. I hear we're in for rain tonight. What's taking you to Ocean City? My uncle lives there and I have a letter from him. He wants me to help him with something. That's the reason. But it's somebody else's reason. What's your reason? Goodness, Ethel locks eyes with you. I think I've fallen in love. Or possibly not. I just really want to help. I got in some trouble back home. I'm searching for something. I'm seeking my fortune. Or mind your own business, Ethel. Right then. I was telling you a boring story about me used to drink coffee, didn't I? Yeah, I used to drink coffee unhealthily. And then I stopped over the course of one weekend when I was doing some exams. Because I was so busy travelling around getting to all of the exams because they were all in different places, that I didn't have any time to drink coffee over an entire weekend. And then when I started drinking it again on the Monday, I thought it didn't taste good anymore, so I stopped drinking it. Anyway, that was not a very interesting story, but we are going to make this an interesting story because I'm going to be mysterious and say that I'm in search of something, and it's called a series. I know. Do you know what you're looking for? No, that's the problem. I haven't got a clue. I'm trying to find it myself. Something dark. Something very mysterious. You gained a perk. Haunted. What do you mean by that? There's something in my dreams. A kind of darkness, but it's moving. I must find out what it is. Some of the colour drains from Ethel's cheeks. Laugh and leave, smile and leave, or stare at her for a while, get arrested and beaten up by a police officer, and then leave. What's my perk? What exactly did that do? Haunted. Don't worry, it will find you soon enough. What will? The darkness haunts you and you can't rest until you learn its name, but don't worry, it will find you soon enough. Oh, whoopty frickalicious doodle. Oh dear, what a beginning. What a beginning. Right, so we're back to old muscle, mysticality and moxie, and HP and AP, so presumably once again there will be combat. Basic skills: strong back, quick wit, fashion sense, indeedy, and good eyesight for various different bits and bobs. You can't put your back into it if your back is barely strong enough to support the weight of your own head, which isn't surprising, because my moustache probably weighs about 20 tons, judging by the width of it. Your muscle lets you lift heavy things, break fragile things, and deal damage with melee weapons. You have 0 experience. Yes. Yes, I do. Let's not make a terrible joke out of that. Quick wit. You might not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but you're not the dullest knife in the drawer. Indeed, your mysticality helps you figure things out, sound smart when you talk, and deal damage with mystical weapons, mostly utensils. What's mystical about a spatula? One doesn't know, but goodness knows we're going to find out before the year is done. You know you're not supposed to wear paladin stripes at the same time. Finally, someone with some sense. But you're so cool, you get away with it anyway. Your moxie helps you look cool, move with grace and style, and deal damage with ranged weapons such as guns and musical instruments. Well, if you count singing as a musical instrument, I have certainly dealt damage with that in the past. Mostly damage to people's ears. You can recognise the letter E from real far away. Righty-ho then. Do I have, like, items? Tab for next section. Maybe I'll get, like, extra items. I've also noticed this is set up like a filing cabinet, and I like that. Right then. The sign says, meat only. No credit. May I have... no thank you, Ethel. May I have a pie? This case contains 3 pies, which is exactly more... 3 pies more than you can afford. Indeed. It does. May I read any of the other things? May I also get the bloody mouse off the screen? May I go in the bathroom? You were in here just a few seconds ago, and if you go in, people will think you're weird. Oh, dear. Some petty vandal has scratched the name Dan Bob into this surface. I don't know who that is, but I wonder if that might be a reference to some nice person. Or possibly a reference to not a nice person. I don't know. I haven't met them. Let us instead meet the prologue. Careful, mate, I might get stuck to your face again. You pull out the letter you got from Uncle Murray and read it again. Murray Morris, of Ocean City, on 111 Plunkett Street. Dear Phil, I hope this letter finds you well. I hope it finds you quickly. I hope it finds you at all. To be honest, it found me a bit too much and a bit too closely, but never mind. Something quite serious has happened, and I need the help of your adventuresome spirit. Please come to my shop in Ocean City as soon as you are able. Your letter, Murray. Put the letter away and have a sleeve. That looks like one of the clowns from West of Loathing. That does not make me happy. Oh well, never mind. I'm sure everything will be fine. That looks a bit like me, if I'd been through a wind tunnel that was so strong it tore all the hair off the top of my head off. You are just about to go mad from the monotony of the ride when the bus suddenly judders to a stop. You look out of the window expecting to see sights and sounds of Ocean City, when instead you see an endless expanse of extremely wet trees. Well, they can't help being excited. It is Saturday after all. Oh, whoop-de-doodle. Drink red cola to protect your family. I have no idea what you're talking about. You probably should ask the bus driver what's going off instead of just wandering aimlessly through the night. Well, I mean, probably, but you know. Afternoon, sir. How are you? What's going on? This doesn't look like Ocean City. Nope, sorry about that, but we're out of gas. You didn't fill up before we left? I filled the bus up, but this trip takes exactly one full tank of gas. He hands you an empty gas can, plus one additional can. Well, that's swell. Why didn't you fill the can up before you left, you dunce? Why do I have to go get it? I'd go get it myself, except for two reasons. Them being, firstly being that I am the bus driver and legally responsible for this bus. I gotta keep an eye on it. And secondly, because of my leg. What's wrong with your leg? It's attached to a fella that don't wanna go walking around in the rain at night. I'm gonna use that myself. I'll write that one down. Well then, I guess I don't have much choice. Well, indeed, you took the words out of my mouth, my friend. Can I at least borrow your umbrella? This is a left-handed umbrella. I am left-handed, so it happens. You ain't registered to my umbrella insurance. Ah, shucks. Sorry about that. I do have a flashlight you can use, so alright. Oh goodness, I have a little light. Right then, do I have to walk 6 miles? You wouldn't make a dog walk 6 miles in this rain, no matter how bad it wanted to be. Oh dear. I got caught in the rain like this a few weeks back. It was horrible. Okay, I must admit, I thought we'd have to walk a hell of a lot further. He actually had the common sense to stop at the gas station. Of this I approve. Right then. Kurt Singer's Automotives, established in 1919. Seems like just yesterday that gas only cost 6 15/64 of meat a gallon. Those were the days. I mean, you know, 6 months ago that would have been, that would have been more topical than it is. Actually, I think this game came out about 6 months ago, so maybe it was topical at the time. There's a little bit of gas left in this pump, but there's no hose in it. This pump is full of water instead of gas, and this gas pump is empty. What a tragedy. Should we go inside before we either freeze to death or die of some sort of horrific pneumonia? Either they're out of postcards or all the scenery around here is invisible. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. Empty oil cans, whole pyramid of them. Is this a baseball bat? Indeed, grab it for doing bashing with. Do I not have any items? No. Is the items in here? My inventorium. Indeed, a baseball bat, the classic dirt water slugger. Dirt water? With this, you can either take somebody out of the ball game or just take them out. I also have my coffee that I never drunk. Never mind, it's a potion, a paper cup of fresh black coffee. Well, it was fresh before we spent about 12 hours in the car. It smells better than any coffee you've had on this trip. I suppose we'll drink it now. Good grief, this coffee smells good. You cannot bring yourself to drink it because you might really need some coffee later. Okay, if you insist. Your luggage, everything comes in its own trunk, including your portable carpet streamer. Somebody laughed at me for having a pair of, having a trouser press even, but never mind. Eldritch the Mockingbird. I'm sorry. What? When you were 4 years old, Eldritch flew in your bedroom window and refused to leave. He's been with you as a familiar ever since. Each round of combat increases your or mysticality. Indeed. Goodness, I've no shoes, I've no pants, I've no ring, I've no accessory, I've no offhand, and I've no hat. I mean, I do have a hat, but never mind. I mean, I've also got, you know, shoes and trousers, but, you know, we're not having that debate this afternoon. It's weird that the cash register is pointed to the front of the store. Indeed it is. It's mostly empty, but you do find a little loose change and grab 7 meat. There is one object left on the snack shelf. It is a cheese loaf. Sounds like the nickname for a stationary cat. Ew, no one in their right mind would consider this vile substance as a snack. I'm still going to eat it, though. A box of cheese loaf, brand pasteurized spreadable cheese product. Modern technology has done some extremely revolting things. You're telling me, my friend, increases your moxie by 1 until you eat someone else. Why not? You gain in effect improved loafing. Improved, never mind. This high-fat content of the cheese-adjacent snack you ate makes you better at relaxing. Does it really? Alright. Caused by the absence of crackers, you eat the cherries leaf with your bare hands. In the end, you are unclean, both inside and out. Oh, I feel bad, but also not guilty. Right then, spark plugs, use them. But I initially walked into this building, I thought that was a syringe, so, forgive me. The sign says employees only. Are you an employee? Of anywhere? No. But here? Also no. Really? You never mentioned working at a gas station? Oh, honest I do, honest. That's why I've got my, my very, gassy nature. Yes. It's definitely not because of the curry I had last night. Honest. Okay, if you say so. You know, this is a trusting face, isn't it? You know, honest aroma about me. If a broken radio can still be considered nice, then this is a pretty nice radio. A desk that we didn't get much of an opportunity to examine. A desk presumably optimized for doing gasoline-related business. Indeed. 4 of the drawers contain nothing but old receipts and pencil stubs. The 5th one is locked. What a tragedy. This shelf smells like axle grease and old paint. Probably because it's got axle grease and old paint on it. This shelf is laden with miscellaneous electronic widgets and doodads. You don't have any use for any of them, though. This shelf is full of old personnel files. Pick up yourself. Well, I'll be darned. Here's your fun. You do work here. Sorry I ever doubted you. Well, we've learned something. Not sure what we've learned, but we've learned something. Each object that you examine on this shelf is even dirtier and more boring than the one you examined before. Can I examine my personnel file? This is the personnel file from the gas station you work at. I can't read it, though. It's a quest item. You don't say. Alrighty then, I go through this door. Ooh, how exciting. Some kind of weird machine. Figure it out with this locality. I have no opportunity to do this. Looks like the control for the car lift. Press it. Stand clear of lift before operating. Steve. You really want to know the story behind the sign? I was about to say the same thing myself. It's a big old tool chest, but all of the good tools have already been stolen. A fuse box. As advertised, this is a box containing 1 fuse. However, the fuse is broken, which is probably not intended. You should keep an eye out for a replacement. Well, there must be one around here somewhere. I don't guess there's one on here. Aha, look for a fuse. You dig around the boxes and find a single unblown fuse. The poor virgin fuse. Right then, the fuse is broken. Let us replace it. There we are. This might work slightly better now. Because I can't make use of this thing, can I? For I only have 1 mysticality. I am sub-mystical. Never mind. Let us press the button and see exactly how much trouble we get in. Hooray. Now this Model T and I will have an adventure. The car is missing its gas tank, but there is a big glass of gasoline in the cup holder. I mean, naturally, you got 1/3 full of gasoline. Is that all I need? There's something else of interest in the car. Oh no, there's nothing else of interest in the car. It's also no interest for a year if you'd like to... Oh, funny. Suit yourself. I do. With the help of some good people in the shop. I do. I mean, not like every morning. I mean, when I go to buy a new one. Not just like, you know, when I fancy. Alright. Do we just need the 1/3, or do we need additional amounts? Finnegan's optional boxing gym. You don't have to fight if you don't want to. This man seems very cheery, so presumably he wanted to. A miserable-looking hitchhiker is standing in the rain, listlessly sticking out her thumb. Presumably because she wants a ride, and not just because she's overly optimistic about life. Howdy doody. Her head turns very slowly to face you, and her eyes don't quite meet yours. You give me a lift. I need to get to Albany. Sorry, I'm going the other way. I also couldn't give you a lift because I don't have a car. You know. Unless you want a piggyback ride. What's your name? Lydia. Nice to meet you, Lydia. Although I admit the circumstances aren't very nice. So what's in Albany? Do you know where I can get some gas? How about this rain, huh? Oh, okay, bye and good luck. What do you want in Albany? Do you have family there? No, I just want to go somewhere new. Albany isn't new, though. It's one of the oldest cities in the country. Well then, talkative sort, aren't you? Seen any good movies lately? I saw Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde at the Nickelodeon. Ah, that's a classic. What do you think? It was very scary. I liked it. I prefer comedies myself. You seen the new Buster Keaton one, the cameraman? I don't know who that is. Oh, he's good. Have you seen Sherlock Jr.? That's my favourite. Terrific. Good deal. It's like talking to me when I was about 10. Read any good books? I read The Invisible Man. It was really good. Ah, yes, the H.G. Wells is great. Have you read his new one? War in the Air? I didn't care for it. The one I'm thinking of is Mr. Something on Something Island. I forget the name, but it was terrible. His early work is the best, like The Time Machine. Ah, yes, I love that one. I'm glad we were able to find something good to connect on. Well, yes, anyway. Might you know where I can find some gas? Gas? The bus I was on ran out, and the driver sent me to find some more. Bus? Yes, I'm trying to get to Ocean City. I've never been there. Alright. How about this weather, huh? Lydia looks very slightly surprised and glances around slowly. Oh, it's raining. I should emphasize, right, that back in these days, well, maybe not these days, maybe like, I don't know, 40, 50 years before, I'm not entirely sure when, things like cocaine were slightly, completely, totally legal because we didn't know how dangerous it was. So there's a distinct possibility this woman doesn't even realise what planet she's on. But never mind. What a night to be stuck in the road, eh? I hadn't noticed. I guess you aren't much of a noticer. There's got to be something at the end of this one, presumes. Okay, goodbye. Well, that was productive, wasn't it? Oh, little house. This sounds nice. Why don't you wait in the house, my friend? Hey, I ain't wanting to be unfriendly, but this is a private residence that you just barged into. Oh, goodness, I'm very sorry. Everything is so desolate outside. I assume this place is abandoned. Well, come on and you'll be right, so you may as well get in and out of the rain for a while. I like your hat. Hello! I am Eliza? Eliza Chekhov. Make yourself at home. Thank you. With bears, gears, and tears. Alright. All these boxes are labeled bears. I don't think I should go inside. If there are bears in these boxes, I don't really want to get inside them, to be quite frank. Either the boxes or the bears. Are these boxes really full of bears? No, those are canned pears. I had a little fun writing with the labels. Want a can? I got one left that didn't fit. Bibson's extra sweet pears. Ah, excellent. What about the gears? Ask him about them. My daughter Simone left those behind when she went off to school. Figured I should keep them for her. That makes sense. What about the tears? Full of tears or tears? Don't be ridiculous. You can't be putting neither of them in a box. That don't make any kind of sense. I agree wholeheartedly. And also some shears, or possibly some shares. What's in here? Stocks? Scissors! Actually. Class rings. That's a very American thing. This is a very large box, considering that most people own either 0 or 1 class ring. I am most certainly of the 0 category. Is this box really full of classrooms? Yeah, about 140 of them. Did you go to college 140 times? No, of course not. I just collect them off the corpses of my victims, who I have murdered. Or possibly just severed their fingers. Or possibly just burglarized them in a very up-close and personal manner. Well, they're rare, but not very rare. They're all different in interesting ways, and they're shiny. That's the collecting trifecta. Indeed. I noticed the world's biggest padlock over here. This door is locked with some kind of elaborate electronic lock. What's with this door? Oh, that's my daughter Simone's room, who's left for college. And she'll bring back number 141, presumably. Hopefully she ain't left anything important in there, because I plumb forgot how the crazy lock works. She's an inventor. This door leads to the bathroom. Ask if you may use it. Now use your bathroom. Or restroom, I suppose would probably be a more accurate term for the time. And the geography for that matter. How did you know that door was the bathroom? I've had a knack for knowing what doors lead to bathrooms, alright. Well, good for you, I suppose. Ah, this is nice. Oh, he's a farmer. How good for him. You can see your face in the mirror, just like your own mirror back home. Gaze into it. Hello. I can't see the key. Is it that one? Did we do a thing? I don't know. Oh, I had fun with that. This is a surprisingly modern toilet for an old house. Let's give that a little flush. You flush the toilet, hoping it won't come back to haunt you later. I've got a lot of things coming back to haunt me later, mate. I ain't particularly worried. A vicious clawfoot bathtub. I have no idea what that is, but I'm going to stand here, or sit here, more accurately, and pretend like it is. A Kitchen's Ink brand kitchen sink. Oh, that's funny. A collection of stains makes its home on the range. Don't expect me to break into song again. There's a weird device on top of this box. Ask him about it. What's this funny looking thing? That's a duck call. What's it for? It's for calling ducks. Ooh, fun! Used to be. Don't work anymore on account of being haunted. Goodness. Haunted? Yeah, well, not haunted exactly. Bunch of spiders got in there. Now it sounds all scary when you blow it. I do not want to put a device that has spiders in it within the same postcode as me, let alone anywhere near my chops. I mean, if you want it, it's yours. I love that I don't get any choice about this. You gingerly take the duck call, trying very hard not to think about all of the spiders. Haunted duck call. What spiders? Oh, yeah, definitely. But I slightly regret coming out. I do notice a pistol over there. And somebody shooting. I should probably get out of here before I get shot. There's a rifle here. Are you leaving this rifle behind? Yep. How come? Well, it's a varmint rifle. I'm going right in the varmints. There's vermin, to be sure, and critters and such like, but the almanac don't list any examples of a varmint quay varmint, if you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean. No need to fret over it right now in any case. That gun is for later. Later? Much later. Okay, I seem to have given this man about 4 different voices, but that's alright. This door looks like it hasn't been used in a while. Where'd it go? Spare bedroom ain't been used for ages. I don't even bother opening the doors since the dust devil got in there. Feel free to help yourself, though. I doubt you'll find things of much use. A dust devil? Them critters are a real nuisance around here. They're attracted to beds that ain't been cleaned under properly, and since I lost my broom back in 26, it's been a real, what does Simone call it? Nutrient-rich environment. Ornery little beasts, real territorial. Do I have anything to... I've got my baseball bat, but that's about it. A tasteful arrangement of dried fronds. How exciting. May I have a book? A shelf full of pulp westerns. May have one. The Ambush at Owl Mine. The Reckoning at Six Gun Mine. Betrayal at Cow Trail. The Horsefolk of the Night. And the Handgun's Tale. This one looks like it's worth a read. Are these tales from West of Loathing? Unlike most old westerns, this one's written from the perspective of a gun. Unlocks the advanced trick-shooting techniques. Oh, this story is pretty boring, but contains some very complicated, and technically sentences which are very difficult to say if you're a dunce like me. Descriptions of advanced shooting techniques. Best put the book back until I have some slightly better stuff. Oh, this is an offhand thing? Oh. Because I've forgotten about the spiders. Can I find a pair of pants somewhere? Dirty old nightstand with 10 meats. Oh no, that dust devil is kicking up some dickens down there. I'll drag that and dick it right back in there. Are you sure? Check off things. This is pretty dangerous. Oh goodness. Oh blast. I have no idea how to do this. Oh dear. Hit a dust devil with your baseball bat for 1 physical damage. This will end your turn. Give him a thwack. Oh dear. What else do I have? Decreases the muscle, moxie, and mysticality by 1. Unusable once per fight. Using a skill or cost action point does not end your turn. Your turn will not end until you make a basic attack. Throw a rock. Pick up a rock and deal 2 physical damage. Alright. Using a skill... Yeah, it's the same thing as before. Or surrender. I don't want to do that. I suppose I throw a rock at him. Go away. Indeed. And now I'll thwack him. I feel like we need some combat music. Oh, I'm so gonna die. I'm so dead. No, don't kill the bird, that's just cruel. You should have listened to Chekhov. Yeah, I figured that much out on my own. Let us wait until we have something a bit more effective than a bat and a rock. Let's graduate from caveman combat before we try and defeat what I think is a literal demon. May I have this gun, please? There's nothing on the clothesline except a pair of socks and a gun. I'll have them. You've got a rusty pistol. You leave the socks, they don't look safe. I like haunted rubbish. A rusty pistol. Yes. Deals your Moxie +1 damage. Ooh, that sounds exciting. Yeah, as opposed to... Oh, deals your muscle +1 damage. Oh, I see. So your skills kind of directly influence your damage. I see. This makes sense. I mean, I haven't seen his shoes on. You'd think I'd want a pair of socks, but never mind. Goodness. Hello, sir. This scarecrow is a bit more intimidating than your average scarecrow. The cows must be real aggressive. Show it you ain't scared. I am scared. Oh, gosh. Can I go in here? The barn door is locked. You'd have to be impenetrably dense to wander into these woods. Alright. Should we try fighting this? Because I don't think we're going to stand a chance against the demon creature. This only has 7 health. We've got a better chance of this. Alright. 2 physical damage with my gun. And 2 physical damage with that. So let's hit him with the rock first and foremost. Indeed, I threw a rock, yes. And now I'm going to shoot him in the face. Or anywhere else for that matter. I honestly don't care where he gets hit. There we go. You boosted my didgeridoo-dahs, and of this I am grateful. And now I shall throw another rock at you. Bap. And now I shall shoot you. Pop. Hooray. I am most pleased with the situation. Now it's just a regular scarecrow with a gun, as opposed to being some sort of haunted, demonic, possessed creature. You've got enough XP to learn a skill. Open the character sheet via the icon on the top right, or hit C. Alright, can I loot it first? For booty. This thing's crow menacing days are over. Well, I mean, now it's aiming up in the sky, and where I come from, that's where crows tend to be, so maybe it will be even more scary. I don't know, maybe I can drain some more stuff out of here, but first let's have a look at this sheet. Basic skills. I could get a thing. I couldn't get that thing, but I could get any of this stuff. Where's my gun? Yes, the Moxie. Looking more cool and better shooting skills. I think I should like this, please. Thank you very much. Alrighty then, let us now deal with this tractor situation. There's an old tractor and an old rag shoved in where the gas cap used to be. Pull the rag out. You pull the rag out and sniff the tank, smells like there's a little gas left in there. Collect it. I never know how you drain a gas tank other than turning the vehicle upside down and shaking it. But never mind. You dip the rag into the gas can, soak up all of the gas, and then bring it out. Oh, well, thank you for answering my question, but, you know, never mind. That tractor is the rightmost thing about this part of the country. right then. Alright, should we have another go at killing the Dust Devil? Now that we should be able to do about 5 points of damage per time, I think. Vicious stabbingness. Ow. I'm going to need to hit him in the face with a rock. Then I'm going to shoot him in the face with a gun. And then the poison effect is going to kill me. Yes. I have not been excellently intelligent. I shall have to return to this place at a later date in order to finish my jobs here. He's looking around and mumbling to himself as he checks things off his mental to-do list. So, you're moving out? Aye, I finished packing, and I'm waiting for the movers to come and take this last load of stuff. You got movers coming in the middle of the night? Nah, in the morning, but I went and packed my teddy bear and forgot which box it's in. I cannot sleep. Why are you leaving? Well, my daughter went off to college, and there's nothing keeping me here. I never particularly cared for farming anyhow, just kind of fell into it, you know. But I reckon I'd take the opportunity to retire and travel a bit, see what kind of trouble I can get into. Nice. So, what's your story? What are you doing out on a night like this? Well, I got a letter from my Uncle Murray, and it sounded urgent, so I hopped a bus to Ocean City. I ain't sure how to tell you this, but you got a ways to go, yes. Yes, the bus ran out of gas, so the driver told me to go and scavenge for some more. I gotcha. Well, I think there's an old gas can in the barn if you're welcome to it. Thank you. But I gotta warn you, though, you'll have to fight my daughter for it. What? Technically, I should say my daughter's monster. It's a thing my daughter Simone built to guard the gas can. See, my kid's a real technical wizard. She built an autonomous robo-trappin to help with ploughing and harvesting and like. Worked real nice too. Wow. Problem is, after she left it blew a what's-it tube and got pretty violent. I'm good with machinery, but when it comes to these newfangled electronics, I might as well be a dog trying to read Plato. So I locked it in the barn. Fair enough. You're welcome to try a hand against it if you've a mind to, but please be careful. It's got a lot of sharp bits on it. Oh, goodness, it's going to poke me. Are you convinced I can't have this gun? I feel like I might stand a slightly better chance at this. You hear the doors open and leave the key in the lock in case Eliza wants to lock up again later. Oh, goodness, we shall get back to that in a sweet second. This is a nice barrel. It would be nicer still if it had something in it, such as booze. A watering trough for some long-gone livestock. A fishing pole? Yes, indeed, a fishing rod. You have a fishing rod. She won't miss it, you assume. May I have a look at the fishing rod? Is this for doing things, or is this for whapping people with? This is a fishing rod used for fishing, and definitely not for fighting. Dear, that reminds me of playing Concluse 2, where you have to get the fishing rod and have to yank that top-hatted gentleman's eye out. If you've got no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry. Neither have I, to be quite frank. A bunch of old tools that look like they could come in quite handy for bashing people with, but never mind. I'm so rubbish at everything, honestly. You have this recurring note about searching for something in one of these. Oh, gosh. Yeah, from last year. Based on... Actually, it was probably more than a year ago now, wasn't it? Goodness, I can't even remember. Based on the arrangement of the objects around it, you can see that this is machinery for turning hay bales into loose hay. Shouldn't the machine do the opposite of this? Can I sneak past this thing or not? You're not going to get past that thing without destroying it. Well, we bet... Oh, this wouldn't be particularly difficult. Hit Simone's monster with the rusty pistol. Shoot it in the face. If indeed it has a face. It's now a pile of parts on the floor. Rest in parts. Right then. As I do when I have an interrupted night. But never mind. It is a workbench for welding. I'll weld something then. It's mostly tools you don't understand, but you do find some gloves. If you don't understand those, you have a severe problem with your brain. A pair of thick gloves designed to protect your hands from errant sparks caused by your negligence or lack of welding skills. One hot armor. That's good. That might help me against the little demon creature. You went through a lot to gain access to this can. Accept your reward. Victory is sweet. It's probably the lead that makes it sweet. Is lead sweet? I don't know. I can't say if I've eaten lead. You'd go up there if it weren't for your hay fever and your fallen out of lungs fever. This game never ceases to impress. Alrighty then, third time's the charm. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try anyway. That didn't work. It still did the same amount of damage as before. This isn't going to go any better. What if I try honking at him? Not convinced that will help, but maybe. Okay, he is doing less damage this time. I agree, mate. I really should have listened to him 3 times in a row, in fact. Well, we shall return to this place at another time if we ever get the opportunity to, but probably not. Can we continue to go this way and find a turtle? Yes, we can. This turtle's on its back. Why aren't you helping? I am. Bye-bye, Mr. Turtle. Enjoy blue cola. It was a honourable choice. Alright, fair enough. What's this train car doing here? We've heard a lot of nice things about Topeka, but 1,200 miles is... Not that 1,200 miles is worth a lot of nice things. Yes, indeed. Hi, friend. It's a bit loud in here, isn't it? What'd you have to say for yourself, my friend? What? Something? We'll get to that in a minute. A cheerful-looking hobo tootles idly on a harmonica. Interrupt his dance tootling. Howdy, neighbour. I'm Howie. Pleased to meet you. I'm not from around here, though. Well, then. The way I see it, this whole country is my home, so everyone's my neighbour. That's a nice way of looking at things. Either they're all trespassers who better get off of my property. I'm just jostling a friend. Care for some jerky? What kind? Come, it's a local delicacy. How nice. I have some jerky. Thank you very much. There you are. Come to buy this stuff myself, like eating dried slug, only saltier. Oh dear, that reminds me of Manic Midas. Come to think of it, that's exactly what it is. You're really selling me on these local delicacies. If you ask me, the locals are all a bit weird. Sounds like I'd fit in though. Where are you from then? Originally, I'm from Hawaii, but I got bored of the gorgeous tropical beaches and decided to hit the trails. You rode the trails from Hawaii? Yeah, a real challenging trip for a first-time hobo, but I've made it alright. You ever think of going back? They only got the one track there, so it was a one-way trip. I might head back for a visit once they've built the second one now. Huh. A train track in the middle of the ocean? Alright. Did you live here? Not permanent-like, but I've been camped out here a few days. All alone? Well, it used to be a bit livelier, but the boss sent a railroad bull to run everyone off. Railroad bull? You mean a cop? Yeah, you could say that. I think he's still prowling around out back if you care to test your mettle. Wouldn't advise it, though. Is he packing heat? No, he's unarmed, but one of your arms might make a pretty good club once he gets it off of you. Ooh. Any plans for the future? Well, word on the wall is that the camp forming in Ocean City. I figure I'll mosey on over there once this rain lets up. Word on the wall? I never heard that phrase. Is that like through the grapevine? Sounds similar enough. Righty-ho, I shall take my leave then. Ask him about his stuff, that way he'll stop singing for a minute. Is this your knapsack? Oh, that ain't mine, that's been here since before I arrived. No one been able to work out how to open these damn things. You can open it, you're welcome to it. You inspect the bag and it appears to be latched shut with one of those puzzles made out of bent nails and steel wire. Ow. Sounds like something out of the Evil Within. There ain't no puzzle you can't solve, except maybe a puzzle harder than this one, or a puzzle harder than a Sudoku, but never mind. The knapsack flap flops open, kitty aunt, and Howie looks suitably impressed. Unfortunately the bag... Why didn't you just tear the bag? Pretty much full of trash. You do find a small key at the bottom though. That's cool. What's in this fire? A crowbar. This is not in... This was not the indicated use of those gloves, you know. I'm sure we'll get by. Something shiny in the pile. Let's dig for it. Ooh! How exciting. An SIT ring. I have no idea where that's from, but maybe I know where to take that in order to treat it for something. There's a partially full gas can. Can I fill it up any more? You pour the gas into your own can and then hide the empty can behind some of the garbage, and you gain a 133% full gas can. Alright, overachiever that I am. Some incomprehensible glyphs are scrawled onto the back of the boxcar. Oh no, I'm too little and weedy. I can't upgrade myself again, can I? I've only 5 experience points. Okie dokie then. Let's see then. What do we need to do with ourselves? The first thing I want to do is have a look at that crowbar. Deals muscle plus 1 physical damage. Yes. Tool for prying things open, like the door to saloons for ravens, or a crate containing a tiny tavern for magpies, or the boarded up window of a speakeasy for jackdaws. Oh, a crowbar. Oh, funny. Funny, funny, funny. That took me a while to twig what the hell you were yammering on about, but I got there in the end. You want this ring? Hand it to him, he looks it over. Ah, 17 SIT ring. I've got one of these things in faux emerald, but not a faux sapphire like these. These are the ones they gave to junior varsity pig skinners. What the hell is a varsity pig skinner? Add a little enchantment on it so the kids wouldn't get quite so many concussions. Probably worn off by now. Is it worth anything? Not to a jeweler or pawnbroker or anything like that. 8-carat gold and a stone made of glass. Collector would give you a 30 meat for it, such as myself, if you'd be interested in selling it. Alright, that seems a fair deal. He fishes some meat out of his pocket of the overalls I really don't want to offer a man my ring and him yank his meat out of his trousers. Alright, that's just not what I need in this day and age. And I don't want him to say it's been a pleasure. Goodbye. I need to give up on fighting that little demon creature, because I'm frankly hopeless at it, and realise that I'm probably absolutely screwed. So, presumably as you upgrade to, like, stronger weapons, it will be, like, plus your, it deals your muscle, plus, like, 2 and 3 and so on, as you sort of go along and upgrade. So, I can't upgrade my HP, can I? I seem to have vague memories of doing that in West of Loathing, but I don't believe that I can do that no longer. Oh, well, never mind. I reckon we must be about done then, really, because I can't kill the little demon creature, and I've got Nea Baldi's where this little key goes. The... some Bahoran office thing. I recall a Bahoran office... I don't recall this. There's a weird plaque where Lydia was standing. Read it. Historic site. On this exact spot on the 13th of October, 1908, the state's first mass-produced automobile, the Ford Model T, purchased by Hiram O'Crullis, accidentally struck and killed the first state hitchhiker, Lydia Barnsley. So apparently the woman you talked to a few minutes ago has been dead for exactly 20 years. Swell! Everything about this is great, and you aren't regretting this trip before you even bloody arrive. Go on your normal non-haunted day. Is that a product of my this? Is that... It's... Giddy on, I'm getting the hell out of here before anything else goes wrong. What's in here? Open it. The fifth drawer contains a loose hole with a nozzle on it. It's way less boring than you expected. A gas pump hose. The little silver key falls into a hole in the floor and then disappears. Fiddlesticks! I know ways I can make good use of this, though. Install the hose you found and pump some gas. Huzzah! How is it this frickin' full? I don't understand this. But, never mind. I reckon I've done about everything that I can do, because I can't kill the dust demon, and I don't think I can even access the policeman. I don't really think I should go around killing policemen, but never mind. I just don't have the skills, do I? I don't have the skills that I need. Darn it. Oh well, I would have liked to try and get it up to 200%. That would have been, sort of cool, but you can't have everything in this day and age of debauchery, so, one supposes that we are about finished. Oh, hello again. This turtle seems to be heading to Ocean City. At this rate, it might beat you there. I suppose we should go with it. Want to name your turtle? Well, you know, we've started, so we might as well finish. Let's drag out some other random thing. I don't know. What about this one? This is a random compilation of stuff. Let's call it Robeson. Yep. In fact, let's call it Roadson. For no particularly good reason, because it has managed to road this bus all the way to where it's meant to be. Wherever the hell it is meant to be. Roadson the turtle, indeed. What? A turtle is like a slow bandage. Each round of combat, Roadson heals a random wounded ally by his mysticality. Mysticality. Alright, okay. Me and Roadson are going to ride into battle even. If I could get my my words around this feels extremely corny. That's very funny. Shall I have another go at killing this demon now that I have another familiar? Do I only have the one familiar then? Each round of combat increases your muscle mysticality, heals a random wounded ally. That sounds more like me. I'm gonna switch my bird for a turtle because of reasons I fail to understand, and we're going to see what happens. I'm going to throw a rock at you because you're a little demon creature. I'm going to shoot you because you're a little demon creature, and he's not going to do anything. I am so very bad at this. Who boy, what's that black line over there? There's a loose floorboard here. Pry it up even. There's some kind of old cellar down here. Ooh. Remember those spiders we weren't thinking about? I don't think we've got much choice about it now. You've got to make a crude ladder out of these bits of wood. Oh, huzzah. It's a terrible ladder, you will. Alright, I did my best. No shouts at me. All of these jars of food are revolting, but on the bright side, 3 of them are broken. Take the unbroken ones. Are you sure they're really gross? I suppose. Jars of gross old vegetables. Your funeral if you eat them. Why? Reduces an enemy's mysticality, muscle, and moxie by 3 when you throw it at them. You don't know what went into this jar, but you know that the only thing that's ever going to come out of it is a congealed mess of foul goo. Quite. Anything in the barrel? A barrel of decades-old bacon grease. Oh, gosh. You can't tell if these spiders are fighting or flirting. If they're fighting, then they're trying to kill each other, which makes me happy, because that means there's going to be one less spider at the end of this. If they're flirting, that doesn't make me happy, because it means by the end of this, there's going to be about 20 more spiders. So, I am... And there's 2 of these little creatures. Oh, I see, he can't do anything because there's nobody to heal. How much health have they got? I could kill... Yeah, I could kill 1 in a single turn, couldn't I? A blind spider that intends to poison? Goodness! What mischievous intentions it has. Allow me to shoot it in the face. I don't like it when it does that. And all these status effects. Oh dear, I mean it's better than nothing, but goodness knows it's practically nothing. Yes. Yes. What? A more dangerous blind spider. Why is this one more dangerous? Oh, because this one's a little stronger? Oh, alright, well I don't care, it's still gonna die. Quite. Hooray! I actually won something. You have rendered Chekhov's cellar spiderless, or at least free of the spiders that are large enough for you to see. Apart from the ones in my duck call. Oh, I wasn't doing that for a purpose? Oh, alright. I just did that for the frickin' fun of it, did I? Okay. Can I go speak to Chekhov about his scarecrows? Oh dear, I had to beat up your scarecrow, I'm sorry about that. Oh, I was leaving it behind anyway. But, why are you going to do a thing like that for? It shot at me with a gun. Well, that is perfectly reasonable now that I think about it. Oh dear. So now I have 10 XP. If I could get another XP, then I could go to the fly. How is there a fly in here in this world? If I could get another 5 XP, I could upgrade muscle, and then I could go fight the policeman. How much mysticality have I currently got? Only the 1. Alright then. So I could try and fight that creature again if I perhaps used this. That would increase my muscle actually now that I think about it, which would... Oh, but I want my moxie. I like my moxie because it's useful for shooting stuff. Arrgh. I'm going to have an additional attempt at murdering this little monster. Oh dear, I'm so bad at this. I know, you're standing there feeling confused. Frankly, so do I. This does not end your turn, but it's going to decrease all of his skills inordinately, so it might make him totally rubbish at his job. Oh, they can only go down to 1. Oh, I was rather hoping they'd go down to negative numbers, and then he'd hit me and it would heal me. That would be pleasing. But no such thing happened. Okay, now he's doing a lot less damage. The problem is the poison. Yeah, the problem is the poison. However, I reckon if my mathematical knowledge is not terrible, and I don't die of poison, I will win! Hooray! Excellent. Can I get under the bed now? The dust under this bed is no longer being bedeviled. Excellent. I've killed your dust devil. Did you now? Well, thank you kindly. Of course, it's a bit late for my purposes, but I imagine the next occupants will be grateful. Hopefully the thing didn't rough you up too bad. Nah, it only killed me 4 times. 'Twas nothing. Nothing but a flesh wound. Alrighty then, I do have enough things to upgrade my muscle now, which would give me the opportunity to go and fight the policeman. Which sounds awful, but yes, I would like that, please. Okie dokie then. This actually means we're not going to be leaving a hell of a lot of stuff behind, because I was a bit worried that we'd be leaving stuff incomplete, like. So I'm glad that we ain't doing that. Indeed. May I enter, please? Hello. Goodbye. I ain't dealing with that today. What are you saying about this picnic? I didn't see this picnic. The stew in this pot is beyond help, but you could probably salvage the ladle. Do so. A grimy spatula. Ah, we referenced this earlier. No wonder the stew was so messed up. What can I do with a spatula? Deals your mysticality plus 2 damage. That sounds good, apart from the fact that my mysticality is only 1 at the moment, so my moxie is still better. Or equal, even, if I can get my words to run around. This is one of them newfangled indoor, out-of-door refrigerator thingamajigs. Somebody left a perfectly good mason jar full of gasoline in here. Ooh, wonderful. Good. I still don't know how it's mathematically possible for a container to be 200% full, but never mind, you'll just have to take away my maths qualifications. Right then. There's a carving on the trunk of this tree. It says Howie loves playing the harmonica. I know. My ears told me that. You were hoping for an outdoor dining room, but there's just woods in that direction. Alright. Hello, friend. What's with the milk wheels? Uh-oh. It's the railroad bull that Howie told you about, although railroad minotaur would probably have been more accurate. Take the bull by the horns, and more specifically, punch it in the horns. Halt, trespasser! The Manifest Destiny Company Railroad Minotaur intending to gore me. Oh dear. I am utterly screwed. But I don't know how much damage... Oh, does that tell me how much damage he's going to do? Because I might stand a chance if it's just that much, especially if he gives me an extra point of health. Oh, goodness. He is a most horny gentleman, and he has done me a lot of damage. I would like to hit him in the face with a rock. Like a Neanderthal. He's grown stronger! Excellent, it's upgraded his maximum... To be honest, I don't care what his maximum health is. Nobody tries to hurt me. Or nobody tries to hurt him. I want him to upgrade my health because people try to hurt me. But never mind. May I have this gasoline canister, please? A 1911 Ford milk crate for wheels. That model never really seemed to take off. Mainly because I can't go anywhere. Oh, this is freaking ridiculous. Alright. Fine. I think we've done pretty much everything. We're finished in there. There's nothing to do with that sign. I think we've done everything here. Because we dealt with the scarecrow, we dealt with the machine, we dealt with the dust devil, we dealt with the cellar, which was a little unexpected. We dealt with the this. We got scared out of our life by the this. And I think we are finished with the gas station. So, I reckon, and this seems like a decent place to stop, we are about finished. Any luck with the gas? You show the driver your gas can. Well, his gas can, to be technically correct. This can doesn't usually hold that much gas. Not sure how you did it, but whatever. Are you ready to hit the road? I reckon we's about ready. Well then, we're all on our way. All aboard. You climb back on the bus and return to your seat. Soon you're dozing off to the sound of the rain splashing on the window beside you, mainly because you're tired after wandering around for so long. Unfortunately, it's barely an approximation of sleep, the sort of sleep you slip into so gradually that you don't even know you're asleep until something wakes you up. Plunkett Street! And you realise your meandering thoughts of the past few minutes have been utterly strange, shadowy tendrils of whispering ideas. Hey kid, ain't this your stop? Now they are totally forgotten. I have some mental troubles, don't I? I need to go see a psychiatrist. All ashore for what's going ashore. Thanks for travelling with the bus company. Bye-bye. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What a day. What a night. What a shadow. Okie dokie then. I suppose I should get in and out of the rain, shouldn't I? Evening, folks. The bell over the door jangles as you walk into Murray's Antiques, and the young woman at the counter looks you up as you enter. Hello! We don't get many customers at this time of night, or at all really. Question is why you're even open, but never mind. Were you expecting me? Murray didn't say much about you, but he gave me that letter to mail. My name's Jessica. Oh, you're soaking wet. Come on in and I shall give you a towel. I need more than a towel, mate. I need an air dryer. You walk over to the counter, trying not to drip on any of the vintage bric-a-brac, as Jessica grabs a threadbare bath towel from a shelf and pulls the tag off it before tossing it to you. Thank you, is Uncle Murray here? His letter was not very specific. He is not. You said that in a kind of ominous way. Where is he? Jessica sighs. I wish I knew. He had a line on another artifact and said it was going to be a tough one. I told him he should get some backup, but he wasn't willing to wait. He just wrote that letter and told me to mail it if he didn't come back. Is there something I'm missing here? This is an antique shop, right? And you're trying to talk Great Aunt Ruthie into selling her mother's Chesterfield. Sounds like a deadly spy mission. It's going to take some explaining. Can it wait till the morning? Sorry, Count, we don't have a lot of time to waste. You're going to have to wait until next week, probably, but never mind. I want to get out of these wet clothes and into a dry bed. There's no time to waste. I have to at least give you the info so that we can make a rational decision on helping us tonight. Alright, fine, we'll spend the week mulling it over. Jessica... Goodness, what the son did I do? Jessica leads you into a back room furnished with some desks and some strange-looking machinery. Welcome to our back office is the hub of our little operation. I'm guessing by operation you're talking about something other than antiques. Well, yes and no. See, a few years ago, Murray found out there were a bunch of antiques circling around that are... Well, hinky would be a real understatement. Hinky? Murray calls them tainted, dark magic, real bad mojo, if you know. Cursed. I know all about that kind of thing. It's no joke. That's what our job is here. Here at the antique store is, well, not exactly a front. We find a lot of regular antiques too, and selling them keeps us in scratch. But we're trying to hunt down them evil doodads and neutralize them so as nobody else gets hurt. And Uncle Murray went out for one and never came back. That's kind of the long and the short of it. What do you say? Are you in? Absolutely! I'm always out for a crazy adventure. When I can't leave him in the lurch like this, I don't like the sound of it, but he's family, so I don't get any choice in this. But you know what? I'm going to be enthusiastic if nothing else, because goodness knows I haven't got anything else to be enthusiastic about, so let's get on with life. Great. You hear the shop door opening after a moment. A goblin pokes his head in at the door. Good afternoon. Well, that's swell timing. Hi, Gabby. Murray's sister's kid showed up. That means I'm directly related to a goblin. So my uncle's sister, who presumably is my aunt, my aunt's child, goodness knows if there's a man or a woman, if goblins even have genders, making you my cousin. Right then. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh. That's modern. Okay. Good afternoon. How are you today? The pleasure is all Gabby's. Gabby, would you be a dear and carry his luggage to Murray's room and then grab some blankets and stuff out of the cupboard? He can sleep here till we find Murray. You've gotten it! And I have gotten the knowledge of how to understand their language, which is more than I had in the last game, but never mind. Gabby picks up your suitcases and carries it off through a door in the back room. That reminds me of, that old Dara O'Brien joke about the mule child born of the Protestant Catholic family, but never mind, that's irrelevant. I could really use some sleep. I really, really could. So, goodness, what a beginning to what a game. That was intense and very enjoyable and quite entertaining. So, goodness. I think we have enough stuff for a full upgrade. I'm going to get this one, I think. Because oh no, I can't because I don't have money. I might save it up then. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's the wrong thing. Again, but never mind. I still haven't found a hat, which I think is criminal for my well-hatted nature. But never mind. Right then. So me, Mr. Giuseppe, or however under the sun you're supposed to pronounce it, will continue this little adventure in the near future. Oh, it might be a cat, it might be a dog, it might be a goblin version of it. Goodness knows, I don't know what that machine is over there. It looks like that thing they use with the hairdresser to blow dry people's hair, but never mind, I don't know. Let's leave all of that for next week, and I will say thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen, for the beginning of what I hope will be an entertaining series and a nice change of pace after playing a couple of serious and sort of spooky horror games. So this one seems to have a slightly spooky nature to it as well, which isn't quite what I expected. But it's good to know that we can have a little horror with that. I've also just noticed the clock moves, which is a lovely attention to detail. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you'll enjoy the series. We'll do some more next week. Look after each other, and good night. Alright, I'm sorry. I know you wanted to like get on with the rest of your day, but upon attempting to quit the game, I've discovered some things I wish to tell you about. Right then. So there's stuff, normal stuff, regular stuff. There's also this, which is haunted. So bollocks. Goodness knows what that did. But that's life. That's life. There's also these things. You can share the in-game time. Total play time will be displayed. You can skip confirmations, remove food, poison, and cat boon effect. What is a cat boon effect replacement? Confirmation dialogue. There's also arachnophobia. You won't encounter any spiders. And arachnophilia, where you would encounter so many spiders. Can you put them both on at the same time? One doesn't know. But anyway, oh, it's gonna be a good time with this game, innit?